Hi guys, I'm Karen from Makeup and Beauty Blog, and today I've got the new MAC Ellie Goulding collection. This will be online at MACcosmetics.com on December 14th and in stores and at MAC counters December 17th through January 15th, 2016. So this is a collaboration between pop star Ellie Goulding and MAC, and it's inspired by Ellie's love for contrast in her music and in her performances. Now there's two different elements to the makeup. There is a more natural, effortless, everyday sort of look, and another one is a bombshell evening look. Okay, so there's 18 items total. Half of them are repromotes and half of them are new. The repromotes are stuff you've already seen before. Black Track Fluid Line, for instance, some lashes, Pink Rebel, Luster Drops, I believe, a Velux Pearl, no, not a Velux Pearl, a Velux Brow Pencil, and I think, what else? Oh, mascara. And the new stuff, which I have here, is really super pretty, especially if you love like bronzy kind of summery makeup. Even though it's a little weird that it's like almost winter here in the US where I live. But that's okay. We'll get into that in a little bit. All right, anyways, this feels like a very like detail-oriented collection. I feel like MAC pulled out all the stops. Like they did a lot of stuff. Like they did special limited edition packaging with like a special Ellie Goulding logo, and like, you know, there are her initials there. And even within like some of the products, like the blush duo, we've got like the pan is totally embossed with the same logo, and the same thing happens too with like the lipsticks, which I think is really pretty. You can see them on the bullets. Mine look a little toe up because I've been wearing them a lot lately, so please excuse them if they look a little bit raggedy, but I've been loving this collection. I was dying to see it ever since I saw the promotional imagery on MAC's Instagram. Like, Ellie looked amazing, and I have it here just because I can't stop staring at her. I mean, between like the big hair and like the sexy scuba outfit, and like I love how the makeup is approachable and fresh, yet there's still a little bit of glam with like the black along the upper lash line and like the winged falsies like here at the end. Like I just think it's really, really beautiful, and it's just makeup that I really would like to wear, which I have been wearing a lot. I'm actually wearing it on my face today. I put like everything on the kitchen sink on. I'm wearing both the compacts, which I'll show you really quickly, and I'm also wearing the blush duo and a lipstick and one of the plush glasses right here. So like I was saying earlier, we are on the cusp of winter here in California, but to me this almost feels like a summer collection, doesn't it? Between like kind of the bronzy tones of the browns and like the nude lips. And if you gravitate toward that kind of thing, this is your collection, something I think that you'd be interested in checking out. There's lots of warm shades of brown on the eyes with a good range of different finishes. We've got some creams with the cream color bases, and within the powder shadows, we've got like some mattes, some satins, some sparkles. And for the skin, super glowy with the blush duo and the Pink Rebel Luster Drops. And for the lips, we've got different variations on the nude lip. Some corals, some peaches, a little bit of gold and beige tucked in there too. All warm shades as well. So I'm going to call out a few of the standout items that I think are from the collection. And the first two are the compacts, Halcyon Days and Halcyon Nights. So now these are $44 each, and when you lift them up here, the top area right here slides out to reveal, dun dun dun, a secret pan underneath. So this is the Halcyon Nights. Let's go with Halcyon Days. All right, so this is the top, which has 4 cream color bases. Root is the taupey red brown with shimmer. Then there's Tint, a soft peachy brown with shimmer. Wish I Stayed, a light cream pearl. Every Time You Go, a creamy peachy pink. And when you slide this out, there's a blot powder underneath, and that's blot press powder in medium dark. I don't know if you've tried blot before, but it's freaking awesome. If you have oily skin, it's something that you absolutely need. It just like sucks out all the oil and it keeps it away for a very long time. This is the compact for the effortless daytime look. And when I wear this, I just use my fingers a lot of the time, and I just like do a combination of things. Like I do the browns on my lids, and then I apply this peachy shade as a blush, and then I do this shade as a highlighter, and I'll use a little bit of the blot just to like blot down the shine. Although I don't have a lot of shine, my skin is mostly combination dry and with some oily spots, but it's like really dry right now, so it likes these cream formulas. Anyways, so all I have to do then is add like brows and lashes and lips, and then I'm done. And I like this palette because for me, the cream color bases are like some of the unsung heroes in MAC's line. They're multi-purpose cream products that you can use for a bunch of different things. The first thing, I guess the most obvious thing, is as a highlighter and as like on the top of the cheekbones, which is what I'm doing right now with this shade. I think you can see it. I hope you can see it in the camera. Let's see, there's also, you can also use them as a eyeshadow, cream eyeshadow by itself, or like a base for your powder eyeshadows, and as a blush. And also I like that they layer great on top of both bare skin and then on top of foundation and on top of powder. You can do it on all those things, and it's flexible too. And you can even like sandwich it. I've noticed like you can do like a powder product, then the cream color base on top, and it still looks really, really good. It doesn't break up the product underneath. So like I was saying, these are great if you have dry skin or if you like glowy skin. You can also still wear them if you have oily skin. Yes, one thing that I've discovered when I was playing around with this palette is that if you pop one of these shades on your lids and then kind of lightly dust the blot powder on top, it'll set the cream color base so that it won't move, but it doesn't affect like the shine or like the sheen. What's beautiful about these is they've got that like ever so slight glow to them, so that the skin looks glowy but not oily, and even when you pop this on top, it still retains that. Anyways, for a 5-minute makeup look, this is really lovely to have around, and I've been really enjoying it lately. So the second palette, like I was saying, before we get into that, these are the swatches of Halcyon Eyes, and that's here in the center row. By the way, I'll have more swatches and pics of all these things on the blog. So if there's anything that you want to particularly see up close, then you can head on over there to check that out. Okay, Halcyon Eyes. Now this is the one that's supposed to be the Glam Compact. Although for me, this is more like everyday makeup that I would want to wear like Monday through Friday, Saturday and Sunday too. Okay, so we've got 4 powder eyeshadows. Starry-Eyed, a Frosty Pearl. You My Everything, which feels so weird to say. I want to say You Are My Everything, but no, it's called You My Everything. And that is a mid-tone peachy brown. It looks a little bit like MAC's soft brown, but it has a bit more warmth to it, and it's a little bit more peachy. Now, then there's Hanging On, a satiny, muted, plummy brown, and then Saddle. Good old Saddle, re-promoted from the permanent line. It's a matte golden orangey brown, and I think a must-have shade from MAC's collection. Then we've got a cream color base here called This Love, a pinkish orange pearl. And the swatches for these are right here on top. So, like I was saying, I feel like for me, these are more everyday eyeshadow colors. But I love the colors so much that I'm not going to argue with them. I like this one a lot too. I didn't have any trouble blending the 3 brown shades. I have them on my lids right now. Actually, I have everything on my lids. I like threw everything in the kitchen sink. I have this in the crease, and also this in the crease is my transition color. Use this along the lower lash line, which I mixed with this darkest brown shade to do like kind of like a glossy sort of liner. And then I popped this on top of the lid with a 217. Anyway, like I was saying, didn't have any troubles with blending the browns. The only thing that was kind of iffy was this light shade. What's it called? Starry-Eyed. It's a little chunky, so it tends to fly all over the place, but you can still make it work. Just wet your brush first, which is what I did, then dip it into the pan and then apply it. I'm wearing this on my inner corners. I like how shiny it is and like how reflective it is. But just be careful. There does tend to be a little fallout, I've noticed. I think of these two almost as like a big compact just because they work so harmoniously with each other. I kind of wish that MAC combined them like that. That would have been awesome. Okay, so another standout item is the powder blush duo in Hold My Breath. This is $28. I hope you can see that. Dun, dun, dun. There we go. And this is the main part of this is a warm bronze. It looks a little bit like NARS Laguna. And then there's like another lighter part here. It's a matte peachy pink pearl. Now you can wear these separately as a bronzer in the blush, or you can swirl them together. I'm wearing them separately. I've got the bronze side layered on my cheekbones, and then the peach side as a blush on the apples of my cheeks. I like this one a lot. I thought that this was very pigmented and it's long lasting, and plus it's just really pretty to look at. Okay, quick drive-by of the lipsticks. We've got 2 cream sheen lipsticks right here, and like I was saying earlier, they're variations of the nude lip theme in shades of coral and pink. Then we've got 2 patent polished lip pencils, which, by the way, I think is kind of cool because the logo is also on these as well. And then 2 plush glasses. The combo that I've been wearing and loving, and I have it on my lips right now, and it was inspired by the promo pic, is this darker one, Only You lipstick with Goodness Gracious Plush Glass, which I can highly recommend. I've been wearing this a lot lately, and I've gotten a couple of compliments on the blog, which is really nice. So anyway, Ellie Goulding, let's talk about her for a second before we wrap everything up. Like I said earlier, she's a pop star. I'm not familiar with a ton of her music, but I have heard a lot of her songs. And actually, I was wondering if you have any particular songs by her that resonate with you, that mean a lot to you, because one of her songs means a lot to me. It's the Anything Can Happen song. And I had it on my playlist when I did the San Francisco Women's Half Marathon, not San Francisco, the Nike Women's Half Marathon here in San Francisco 2 years ago, I think. Not this last fall, but the fall before last. And I don't know if you're familiar with San Francisco, but there's lots of hills. And in the course, there was this one huge hill, and of course, and it was at the end of the route, and I remember like being at the bottom of the hill, and then Anything Can Happen like kicked in, and I was like, okay, yes, Ellie and I are gonna do this. And I like cranked up the volume, and I slowly but surely finally like made it up that hill. Granted, I was like panting and ready to pass out, but I made it. And I remember getting to the top and like seeing, you know, the downhill slope in front of me, just as like that part in the music where everything kind of like comes to a climax, like where she goes, I know it's gonna be, I know it's gonna be, and oh, I just loved it. It was really, really just, maybe I was having like a runner's high, but I remember feeling really, really good. And whenever I hear that song, I think of that moment, and I think of like, I don't know, metaphorically getting and physically getting to the top of the hill and knowing that it's going to be all right, even though it can be hard. Such a cheese ball! I know this. Anyways, I'll have more pictures and more swatches of everything here on the blog, so please head on over to makeupandbeautyblog.com to check that out. And if you like this video, which I hope you do, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. And thank you again for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Bye!